Hello, the Doge tank. There it is. So I picked this up today from Sim Sig in Faversham, $34.99. You would have seen on Modern Vapors group, www.facebook.com/groups/Modern Vapors. I did put a post up earlier saying I was going to do a review, so here it is. So the Doge tank, wireless, a wireless coil, not so much wireless coil, well it is a wireless coil, it's very much like the notch coil, but has no wires, so it just connects, basically the top and the bottom is connected to, let me just get it out of the box. Obviously there's no point showing the box because you will see it up close in a second, if I can get it out. So this bit here goes into the top of the coil, and that makes the connection there with obviously the positive and the negative. What can I say about this? So far so good. The priming of the coil was very quick. It is, for the price range, it is very well built. The machinery is fantastic. Don't know if that's going to focus in. No, you'll see it on the up close focused. It has a gold plated 510 pin. So, hang on. Oh, sorry. The top is the same as the Doge IDAs. Ceramic tip. No O-rings around the drip tip at all. The O-ring is actually inside. So it's a very good IDA, made by Conga Vape. Obviously they have had a number of IDAs out, which most of us seen by now. But here's the tank. It does come with a 6mm extension. It comes standard with a 2mm capacity. Personally, I think the 2mm is a bit better because your mouth's a bit closer to the coil itself, so you do get better flavour. The coils are Hilux coils. I think I pronounced that right. HELYX. So it is, like I said, it looks very much like a notch coil but without the legs. So on the back of the box, again, probably can't see that too well, but these notch coils, they do say they're 0.2, which mine's coming in 0.18. So you might as well say 0.2. These go from 50 to 250 watts, but recommended 75 to 150. A lot of them are going down that line of recommending the wattage, which is really good. What I will say about this, it's not one for new vapors, because the coil inside, again like the notch coil, instead of buying all coils, when you buy a coil, what you get is you get the outside of the coil, the case, you get the notch style coil, and you get the cotton, so you have to wick this yourself. So that's the tank. Let's go down close and I'll show you a bit more. Once I've done that, we'll come back up top, see my lovely face again, and we'll talk a bit more about it. Here we are on the close-up. Let's see what's in the box. Right, first of all, the Doge tank. Will that stand up? That will stand up. Actually, I'll move that out of the way for a second. Right. There you have your Allen key, which is very standard. What I do like about Doge, they do like their colours, so they have given the option of all different colour O-rings. So instead of the standard black, you can get all different colours. Well, not you can, you do get all different colours. A nice vape band to protect you if you knock the tank over. You also get an RBA deck, a tall glass, which I think is amazing. Now this is where it becomes a bit of a pig to get it all out. Oh. So there's your RBA deck. It's even got etched in, there we are, the Doge sign. You get your extender There's the extender, which I'll go through in a second. And also a spare glass, but not just any old spare glass, which I don't really want to smash getting it out, but a 6mm spare glass. As you can see there, considerably bigger than the standard. So it's one good thing, definitely. It goes from, let me just find out for you. That is a 6mm extendable glass with the extension. And what I'll do is I'll quickly show you what that means. So the top screws off. There's obviously your juice hole. Oh, top part obviously. Oh, don't want to smash that, do we? Let's get that out of the way. So this bit just pops off. Let's get that and that out of the way. The glass also pops off. And this bit inside the coil is actually, it does come out with the coil. So very much like the Cleto, the way the coil goes in. Oh, I just knocked the phone, do apologise. So there's your coil. The adjuster screws into the coil quite nicely, quite easily. Oh, sorry for the background noise there. An extendable glass. So you make your... Oh, wrong bit. There we are. Sorry, I'm doing the video and my kids are on the Xbox, so if you're hearing them like shouting, that's why. They've just been killed on Call of Duty. And there we are. So what looks like a small tank, in fact you can adjust it to a 6mm capacity tank. Very much the same as the Doge RDAs. You get the ceramic tip, which if it's anything like them just pops out. There we are. So a very clean and easy tank to use. Obviously airflow at the bottom there. Again, very standard, very like the Cleto tank. Don't need to keep comparing it, but there we are. So there is the Doge tank up close. Well, so like I say, you have got in here, you've got some grub screws, but what I will point out is they're not spare grub screws. They are in fact the grub screws for inside the RBA deck, because it doesn't actually come with any inside. So you will need to put them in to do a build, which is, I'm quite a little bit, I've got to say, a bit disappointed, because 9 out of 10 RBA decks and RDAs do come with fused Claptons now, but this one doesn't. So yeah, a bit disappointing, but you do get the good old Doge sign. Oh, there we are, and I've just broke it. Vape bound, so nothing really else to show on there. There's nothing else in the box, no instructions or anything. One thing they do say on the back, obviously there's all your features, but it does say there, for full instructions and advice visit dogetank.com. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to go back up top. I'm going to have a vape on it and show you how it performs. See you soon. So that was the up close. Back up talking about the tank again. So yeah, as you can see, the coil itself and the 6mm extension glass is a big selling point for a lot of people, especially for out and about. The wicking and the priming of this is, again, like I said earlier, is very quick. Very quick. I started on the low wattage, worked up, not even 5 minutes, and I was on 75 watts, blowing lovely. Obviously 2mm juice is going to go quite quick, but obviously the juice hole, what I will say, it's not got no rubber like a few of the other big tanks, so obviously you've got to be a bit careful and make sure, yeah, there's the rubber in there, so you've got to be a bit careful, make sure that is completely tight, as you probably will get a leakage if you're down and about. As you see in the close-up, there are different colour O-rings. I've stuck with the black, but obviously you can change it for personal preference. The coils in these will last you months. The only thing you have to do is re-wick them. So obviously change the cotton, which is very, very easy to do. So yeah, that is the Doge tank. So for me, a great purchase for the price. You know, $34.99 from SimSig. Great tank, great buy. So there we are, my first ever review video. Hope you all liked it. Please, you'll see down there our logo. Click that and subscribe to the channel. More videos coming up. There will be another one for this. When I need to re-wick it, I will do a video on how to do so. But yeah, other than that, have a great evening or daytime whenever you're watching. And as Dave will say, keep them cloudy. Ta-da!